when he said a commitment to invest in the Nigerian people. That's a commitment that is obviously being played out.
The interesting thing about the housing program adopted by the Federal Ministry of Power, Works and Housing is that it is not only building houses for Nigerians, but has a clear-cut way of directly and positively affecting the economy. Babatunde Fashola SAN explains what he terms the housing economy, what it is, how it affects the people now, and what it will do for the people and the country's economy in the near future.
We've talked about those who are employed, those who are supplying, and those who are actually involved in many aspects of developing the housing units. I've spoken to you about the average number of people employed in each site, over 1,000. So, assuming that as we prove the concept and we validate our pilot, so instead of one site in a state, we now have 5, 6 sites in a state. It means that over 1,000 people in 5 places times 36. That's the housing economy at its base. Let me move that forward a little more. We have prescribed also that no appliances in the housing value chain should be used except made in Nigeria, unless there are things that we can't manufacture. So just assume that the current supplies now are raised to 5 times their demand. It means that all of the small and medium enterprises who make paint, nails, wires, tiles, wash hand basins, locks, ceilings, electrical fittings, need to multiply their production by times 5. That means that all of our people who are looking for work have opportunities to work in small and medium-sized factories producing made in Nigeria housing components. But that is not the end of the story. As houses are being built and those numbers go to 5 times their value, our brothers and sisters who operate the mines where the building materials are produced from have to not double, times 5, really, 5-fold their current output. You will need more trucks to move. You will consume more fuel to transport those materials. You will need more tires. You will need more drivers. As the number of people working on site increase, vendors will output more food. Farmers will grow more. Again, the housing economic story is not finished. When the houses reach completion, they need to be furnished. So you need carpets, you need curtains, you need all sorts of accessories. The markets, the manufacturers take position. Tailors will make money. Upholstery, furniture. It's a continuing economy. And as the houses are moved into, what then happens? Insurance kicks in. You buy a house, you want to insure it against fire. Those are the possibilities that lie ahead. But it isn't even done. When you are insured, you now have maintenance obligations. Okay? As the maintenance obligations kick in, you now have to hire the local plumber, the local painter, the local electrician once in a year, once every 6 months. Your air conditioning, your fan, the compressor is not working well. Call it. If it doesn't happen unless you own a home. So that's the economy that has driven the United Kingdom since 1918.
With a history of successive administrations neglecting or shutting down programs and projects of their predecessors, no matter how good or important it is to the economy and the people of Nigeria, one wonders how such a laudable program will be sustained.
We have demonstrated that a new Nigeria is upon us. What used to perhaps happen was to abandon the programs and the projects of the previous administration. And the president and all of the ministers have committed to completing as many of those projects that we meant on ground in a way that shows that this is about Nigeria, this is about development. What is different is the ideology behind how we approach it. We will save money and put it to projects instead of filtering them away. And that is why this administration is doing more with less on projects that could have been completed if they were properly funded at the time the nation was earning $100 per barrel of oil. That is one. Two, the compelling rationale for sustaining the housing program and the economic opportunity is a rationale that will cut across party lines. It's a rationale of common sense. It's a rationale of the people who vote. That this is where our livelihoods are defined. And any government that then does not commit to it will certainly become undeserving of the votes of those people. Because once they have tasted it and they know the value, they won't give it up.
With a strategy that is building affordable and acceptable housing, creating lots of direct and indirect employment, injecting the much-needed funds in the economy, and is present in all the states of the Federation but 3. With increased funding by the Buhari administration to the housing sector and the methodical and creative approach employed by the Ministry of Power, Works and Housing in providing affordable and acceptable housing, Nigerians can finally look forward to a bright and assured future where they can enjoy one of the most critical but basic need: housing.